Welcome, my lovely Sagittarius. This is your weekly Cartomancy reading for June 24th through June 30th, 2019. This is a general reading for Sagittarius and will not apply to all. Last week's energy of Sagittarius. First of all, thank you for having the highest watched video a couple weeks ago for your weekly reading. 1.3K views. Amazing week. You guys are just in your power. This Jupiter in retrograde in Sagittarius and then the full moon in Sagittarius last week. You guys are on fire. But it was a bit draining last week, that full moon in Sagittarius for me as an Aries. It was, I definitely got energy, pulled it right out of me. It was some of that narcissistic energy. Cried my eyes out watching Young Guns. Didn't expect that. Very draining. I feel very low energy physically, but I feel high energy spiritually. It's that purposeful Taurus versus hair business. I feel the energy should soften now that the sun has moved into Cancer. But, and summer has begun. Let's hope we don't just cry our eyes out. But let us get on to this new week. Okay, me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on LifeCraftAction, nurturing ourselves and others, nurturing our dreams, vocations, and callings. This week is all about Mercury in Leo. The Leo card in tarot is represented by strength. That is overcoming the beast within, leaning on our intuition, our higher self, and even our shadow self. This card in reverse is about avoidance. I don't think Sagittarius is avoiding anything right now. Absolutely not. Mercury in Leo is all about Mercury moves into Leo on June 26th through July 19th. And that, yes, we are in pre-shadow Mercury retrograde. Mercury goes full retrograde July 7th through July 31st. But if you listen up, there are ways to combat the effects of ill communication and Mercury poking around in our chart, Sagittarius. Being a fire sign, you might just enjoy this, having the Leo energy involved. But Mercury is driven energy, is thinking more confidently and grand goals and ideas. Sagittarius, you are plugged in for this. It's exuding confidence in writing and speaking. And the one hint with Mercury, you may not listen well. Open up your ears this month, Sagittarius. This week especially, as these energies begin to hit you before that retrograde, so that you can really pull on this energy and keep that that driving, forceful, you're pushing ahead energy. I love that reading. I don't know if it was this week or last week when or it might have been your Jupiter retrograde reading. Bonus, it was like, I'm not the victim anymore. I'm a Sagittarius, for goodness sake. I need to do this, this, and this, and I'm moving ahead. Ooh, you have a wish come true. My puppy is just thrilled by that. You have a wish come true in love. Ooh, that feels really good. Julius. But this is you taking control of your personal energy. It's restorative energies, defending yourself so you can heal up. It is doing the work, making the decisions, preparing to kind of show off a little bit. You are somebody worth showing off, Sagittarius. A new beginning. You've kind of had that new energy pushed into work. It's still coming. It's that new, fresh energy. Ooh, but you are worried about some love and attention issues. Yeah, you're kind of doing some work on yourself right now, my dear. And you're worried about how this new beginning in work and this the Seven of Hearts tells me you're worried about how it's going to affect others around you, because it's quite striking. You haven't been this way in a while. You've kind of been sitting back, just kind of doing your work and doing your thing, but now you are pushing forward because you were attacked, and you're responding to those attacks. You're responding with your work still, but it's beginning to show that you are giving pushback to the nonsense, and it's kind of got you up in your feels a little bit, like, ooh, did I push too hard? Saggies, kind of like, no, because I'm winning. Spirit says you're making a win. This is Six of Hearts. This is accepting the results of the battles that you've fought and then balancing that energy. You're controlling that energy. You're restoring yourself. You're healing that energy. You're taking power over it. You're not becoming bratty about it either. And you're not becoming a tyrant over any of this. You're absolutely just coming into the energy, accepting what will be. If you do what's right, everything else is going to fall into place. I'm going to hit the mark, says Sagittarius. You're my archers, my snipers of the centaur. You guys are badasses. Oh, Jack of Air. You are feeling free to speak. You have fresh view and perspective. The winds of change are coming, and you've got your sword up. You're ready for this, like brand new. Be ready. You do have enemies at your gate. Yeah, you do have enemies at your gate. There is, this energy isn't you. This is, you know, you do have your swords up, but it's because you have to have them because, yeah, people are attacked. You're under attack at work still, and you have this under control, but it's pressing on you. It's still pressing on you. It's a Jack. It's probably an earth sign. It's kind of a wicked sign. Off with their heads, kind of feeling with that queen. Lightning striking. This is like a dangerous person. And then this is like the henchman behind them. I don't know if it's an air sign or they're just feeling like cutting things free. It's like this person's like, oh, we have budget problems. I know exactly what to get rid of, and you're on that list. Yeah, advice from Spirit says you're a little nervous about work, you're a little scared about work. Keep balancing yourself, balancing your energy, balancing your defenses. This is putting up proper defenses. This is not being overly defensive in other areas. You're getting a lot of information right now, so you're kind of needing to sort through that. It's like you're really plugged in, Sagittarius, and things are happening for you, but at the same time, you're kind of under attack. It's like you're moving up. You have some opportunities ahead of you that you don't want to be the whiner baby because you have some opportunities ahead of you that are going to really lift you up. It's going to really make you something. And yeah, it's going to really make you something. Things are going to change, and you're totally plugged in. This is totally like a jealous coworker thing. Yeah, you've got some fighting to do, and it's not just with others. It's with, you need to protect yourself so you can heal. You need to balance your energies. You're kind of off balance. You're kind of off kilter. You're managing it, but it's not as easy as you thought it would be. It is. You're in a high stress work situation, for sure, Sagittarius, for sure. Your heart's in the right place. Your work is in the right place. You're just really kind of struggling with how to handle this. You know, it's like don't bust out the blowtorches, but you still need to like have clubs on hand. It's kind of that feeling. It's a very weird feeling, but you're definitely in the thick of it. You're definitely in the thick of it, and you're having trouble managing your own spirit, your own personal energy, how to properly defend yourself without blowing up the building, without Hiroshima happening twice over, because, you know, so you're really working on that. You're really taking your time, pacing yourself, but you're doing the work, and you're coming from a really good place. Let's see if I can pull some action cards for you for the week. Maybe something a little more direct in terms of the spread for Mercury in Leo. Remember to listen. Keep your ears up. You're going to be getting a lot of information with that Nine of Clubs, and you got to understand what some of that information is crap. Especially that Queen and that Jack of Air that you were dealing with, those swords, they're like spreading misinformation. I didn't feel those were air signs. I felt they were spreading misinformation more than being an air sign. Just a nasty duo. Like a, you know, a mobby kind of boss and a henchman. Nonsense. You know, in the office, though. It's kind of like, really? Come on, turds. You all just want to work, get our paycheck, and go enjoy our pools. Okay, Six of Diamonds, another win, another acceptance. This is you accepting, I've put in the work, I've come from a good place. I've put in the work, I've come from a good place. What the results that are coming are going to be obvious. I'm balancing my spirit, taking control of my more defensive energies so that I can show that, so that they shine above, so that my work shines above that kind of shit. I'm above it. Yeah, Three of Clovers, that is you doing your work, that is being decisive, that is moving forward, preparing to present yourself and your work in bright light. And this King of Earth, King of Air, it's like your boss, or you're getting noticed by the boss. They see you're doing work. You're getting noticed by two bosses even. I think this is a Queen of Fire is a boss. It's at least an influential person in your life. These are people above you that see you're doing the work. They also see you're fighting the good fight, and you're being very they see you're fighting the good fight in the office and you're making that effort. They are thinking about ways to protect you and help you out. Yeah, they're afraid you're going to leave anyway. They want you to stay. They want to make you comfortable. They're afraid you're not comfortable enough to stay. They're thinking of ways. Yeah, they want you to celebrate. They want to be celebrated. They're going to give you an award or a bonus maybe, or even a coffee, you know, a Starbucks card. They might just give you a Starbucks card because they want you to stay. They're thinking of ways to help you out, to protect you, to advance your position. They are definitely thinking about it because they see you're a better fit than the others. You're not as replaceable as others. You just aren't. You're doing the work. You're definitely accepting the work and the results of the work you've done, and you have no worries because you did it. You know you did it right. Yeah, doing the work. This is even you doing the work spiritually. This is you defending your work, putting in the fight, the good fight for everything. This is also a knowledge of the work. Like, you know, you don't just put all the numbers into a spreadsheet and walk away. You actually understand the amounts. You say, hey, buddy, hey, CEO, you better look at line 10 because, yeah, that looks kind of funky. You know exactly what it is, but you just got to point it out to him and let him know. Take a look at that report and just look at that. So it's almost like they're waiting. They do wait on you for that. So they like you for that stuff. They feel, ooh, yeah. You're gonna not have to defend yourself much longer. They're making space for you to be happy. This is work and intuition. This is inner work and outer work. And you even have that with the twos. Inner work and outer work. They want to make you comfortable. Inner work and outer work so you can put down that 10 of Clovers and start liking work again and wanting to stay and stabilize there and put down roots there. Yeah, they want you to be that young entrepreneur, that young, you know, you're plugged into the plan. You're so perfect. You're so perfect, Sagittarius. We don't want you to go. We'll keep you. Do you want us to fire them? Don't tell HR we asked you this, but do you want us to fire them? I can't think of a bigger compliment to that Aries or fire sign. And you're like, oh my gosh. Yeah, you're trying to balance that fighting energy. You're trying to be like, I don't want this person to lose their job, but this person is like killing my soul. That's how it feels. It's like, I can't really make that decision. I'm very biased, is what you need to say. Leave it to the bosses because it's their value decision. It's a value decision. It's definitely an upwards decision. If it was a person under you, you'd be definitely willing to give your opinion, but the final decision should be theirs. And you're going to gracefully concede that and seem even more awesome. Wow, Sagittarius, that is some good advice. Gracefully concede that to them. Make sure you remind them who's in charge and you accept that. And you're good with that. Okay, my Sagittarius, thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and donate if the spirit moves you. My PayPal link is in the box below with some other fancy information. And have a very lovely week, my Sagittarius.